It's a great day in sports with Champions League and Major League Baseball, so let's get in our bets. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode, the Tuesday edition here of Winning Bets, where we're giving out free sports picks every single day. Got a lot of action to get to today. Before we do so, let's go ahead and recap yesterday. Yesterday was really good in soccer. We went 2-1 in soccer yesterday. We hit Everton over 4.5 shots on target. That cashed early on in the second half. What it feels extra good about that game is you guys remember on Friday's show when we were placing the bets here for the Premier League action, I told you guys that the Everton money line was at minus 125, and I told you guys to probably hold off on that because they were playing Palace, and we've seen Palace kind of get something out of nothing, although in watching that game yesterday, they deserved a point. I thought they were actually pretty decent yesterday and competed really well, so for them to get that late goal, I thought they kind of deserved that late goal, but yeah, that's a reason why we didn't bet that Everton money line because the odds were obviously a lot worse than that over on shots on target. And Palace just is pesky little Palace, and they seem to do that. They'll get a late goal, they'll do something like that and snatch a point, snatch maybe all 3 points, and I was weary of that. So yeah, it was a good job by us by just going over shots on target and getting a good plus money to hit. Unfortunately, other shots on target and Wolves, West Ham, that one did not come through. We didn't under 7.5. That one was sunk in the first half. There were 8 shots on target in that first half, and what a wild first half that was, with West Ham going up 3-0 and Wolves clawing one back and then eventually getting another one back in the second half. That game had way more offense than what I thought was, as that one finished 3-2. But yeah, thankfully it did finish 3-2. West Ham was able to hold on to the win, and that was our other winner in soccer, getting a nice West Ham money line at plus 160. Maybe some of you out there got it at plus 170, but yeah, West Ham, as we talked about on Friday and then a little bit on yesterday's show, just a good club right now, looking like they really want that top 4. I would not want to play West Ham right now. Really too explosive on that offensive side. I think they're better on the defensive side than what they showed yesterday, but all it is getting 3 points. That's what matters most, and West Ham was able to do that. We ran into some trouble, obviously, in the nightcap. Gonzaga plus 4.5. I can tell you right now, DraftKings cleaned up last night on that promo. I bet everybody up under the sun went ahead and took Gonzaga at plus 4.5, myself included. I don't know if you guys did it or not. And first time I checked the score of that game, I think it was 11-1. Then I think I checked it again, and it was like 16-4. Then I kind of was like, all right, let me not check the score of this game right now. Like, Baylor is whipping ass. I was even scrolled down at some point. It was almost maybe towards the end of the first half where they put up the little statistics there, and Baylor was shooting 100% from 3. Gonzaga was at like 16.7%, if I'm recalling correctly. So yeah, that game obviously did not go away. I looked one more time earlier on the second half. It was about around that first TV timeout, around 16 or so minutes left in the game. Gonzaga wasn't able to pull it back. They were still down by double digits, and I gave up at that point. I know it wasn't over. I mean, Gonzaga really only needed to put together one good run. They probably weren't going to win the game, but to cover 4.5, they just needed to go on one good run. But I had lost all confidence at that point because every time I checked it, they were just getting their ass kicked. So hats off to Baylor on getting their first, I believe it was their first basketball men's championship. Congratulations to Baylor for getting that one. Then we definitely ran into some trouble, obviously, in the nightcap in baseball. Brewers, they did not come through and beat the Cubs. It was really unfortunate because Brett Anderson was pitching really well. And just in the 4th inning, he gave up 3 homers. He gave up a 2-run homer and 2 single shots. Other than that, Brett Anderson, he pitched really well yesterday, and he was obviously opposed by Trevor Williams, who pitched really, really well yesterday. He had a no-hitter going through 5 innings. That, his track record obviously, didn't say that, but that's what he pitched yesterday, so the Cubs were able to get the win. Brewers did battle back a little bit, but fell short, losing that game 5-3. The over did not hit in White Sox-Mariners. Mariners did not help us out at all. They got 0 runs. White Sox did their part. They got 6 runs, but the Mariners came up with a goose egg, so we didn't get that over. And then we also didn't get the over in the Blue Jays-Rangers. Rangers, large in part, they didn't able to help out. The Blue Jays got a handful of runs. I think they got 6 or 7 runs, but the Rangers did not get any, so definitely unfortunate there. That's kind of what we talked about earlier on this MLB season. Talked about it a little bit yesterday. It's why we've been relatively taking it slow, because baseball is by far my best sport. I make the most money in baseball by far. There's not even really a close second. But I've given enough caution here on these shows that you're betting right now really with no data. I mean, we don't know who's who in the MLB. We don't know who's able to score runs, not score runs, pitch the ball, not pitch the ball. I mean, just look at that game yesterday there for the White Sox. The reason we took the over in that game because the White Sox pitcher has just been getting lit up the last 2 seasons, and he pitched absolutely outstanding yesterday, holding the Mariners to 0 runs. So was that a fluke for him? Or did he learn something in the offseason? Did he just keep developing his craft as professional athletes do, and they get better sometimes over time? Is this going to be a good season for him? We don't know. That's why we've been taking it slow. We may be off to a rough start. We started off high, going 7-0. Now we have a little bit of a dip, but I guarantee you we're going to get it back. Once we've got, 25, 30 games under our belt and we can really start to know who's who, I'll go right back to crushing Major League Baseball as I have done in the years past. But there's a reason why we've been taking it slow here in the early going, and it's just because we're not working off any data. So, yeah, unfortunately, we went 0-3 there in baseball, a real first bad day there in baseball. But we're going to look to get those units back. I'm not too worried about it. As you can see, we're only down 2.24 units. So the worst one to me was that Gonzaga bet. I mean, I'm fine with making that bet, but just shit. Just threw up an absolute stinker. All right, let's go ahead and give out some cash. Let's go ahead, and we're talking about basketball. Let's go to that March Madness bracket. As you guys can see, Lou did it. Lou did it. You know what? He probably was the only one sitting there watching that game, cheering on Baylor and happy with the way that result won, because he puts Baylor with a win, puts $75 in his pocket. And also, he should be extra proud of himself because we had over 20 people enter this contest. He's the only one that picked Baylor to win the game. So that makes him feel extra good that, you're the only one that's able to predict something. And Lou did that. He's the only one that got that Baylor win, and that put $75 in his pocket. So congratulations to Lou. I know you enjoyed that game last night. And second place is Sammy. Sammy comes into second place. He's going to put $50 in his pocket. And King of Kings comes into third place, just barely comes into third place, and he or she puts $25 in, although it's King of Kings, I assume it's a guy, puts $25 in his pocket. So congratulations to everybody. I know it was a wild March Madness, as it always is with March Madness. I know the people who watched it, I'm sure you guys thoroughly enjoyed all the rounds and all the matchups. So good tournament. Good contest here on Winning Bets. Look forward to running that back in a year. Just a good time there with everybody claiming the money and doing good. Let's move it over now to the NBC Sports Predictor app. Let's just keep on giving out money. As you guys know, we got $20 to give out in this contest, and it looks like it's going to go to the Predictor. The Predictor is going to take it home with 24 points. Good job by the Predictor. I feel like, I'm just going off memory, I feel like the Predictors won before, and this may be their second time winning. We'll see, because I save all my Twitter direct messages. I don't ever delete them. So we'll see if when this person reaches out to me, if it's a existing message or a new message. But I think it's going to be an existing message. So I think the Predictors won again. Either way, just a good job by the Predictor coming with 24 points. As you can see, I'm up on the top, tied with the Predictor. Always makes me feel good to at least be at the top of this contest, just given my love of soccer and how much I love soccer there. So overall, just another great contest. We're going to run it back over this weekend. There's obviously the contest going on, the Premier League contest this weekend. Also, we've got the golf contest going on. So we'll have 2 contests going on this weekend and a chance to win $20 in either of those. If you're not in those groups, guys, get in those groups. What are you doing? Get in them. You're watching these videos. You like sports. You like gambling. You like winning money. Get in the groups and take my money, just like the Predictor did there, taking 20 of my dollars. I will put the group information in this video description. Join it. Get in there, make your picks, and win some money. All those people, the Predictor, Lou, Sammy, and King of Kings, just hit me up on Twitter. Go ahead and drop me your PayPal information, and that's how I'll pay you. I'm not going to probably pay people till the end of the day. I'm not going to log into PayPal 4 times over the course of the day. So give me your PayPal information, but just know you'll get paid later on this evening when I have everybody hit me up, and we'll just log into PayPal and do it all at one time. All right, let's go ahead now and jump on into soccer. We got some Champions League bets for you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and roll with this Real Madrid versus Liverpool game. I'm going to go and take both teams to score and under 4.5, and that comes in at plus 112 over at DraftKings. Definitely find both of these clubs getting the back of the net, and I just don't see 5 goals being hit. I don't see this game going 4-1. I don't see this game going 3-2. I will say I made this bet before the Varane COVID-19 injury, so now you don't have Ramos, nor do you have Varane, so I mean, not quite as I mean, I still like the bet. The bet's in. I definitely still think both teams' score will hit. That's the part I'm not worried about. It's the under 4.5. Is Liverpool absolutely just going to run it up now without Real Madrid having their both center backs? That makes me a touch hesitant, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, Real Madrid will probably do what they did over the weekend. They'll just play three across the back rather than run in, some second choice center back. They'll probably just play three across the back there. I believe they can get it done there. They'll hold Liverpool under 5. Like I said, I don't see it going 4-1 or 3-2. I think that's a bit much. Actually, I don't even see the game being played. I don't think Varane gets COVID-19 this morning, or at least gets diagnosed with COVID-19, and you're trying to tell me that the other players on the team don't have COVID. I'm going to be shocked if they even play this game. My bet is, if I could make this bet, I would make a bet that this game gets postponed. I would love the sports book to quickly populate that bet. I would run and throw all my money at that. I don't even see this game happening. I do have one more bet for this game. I'm going to take Liverpool on the draw no bet. I think Liverpool draw no bet. Look, Real Madrid does have a defensive crisis right now without their two center backs. I think Liverpool can at least get a win or a draw. I'll take the chance that they can get the win at minus 128 over at FanDuel. And if this game ends in a draw, just go ahead and give me my money back. I don't see Liverpool dropping this game now. They've looked really good as of late. Jota is the difference. I mean, he is the difference maker. They struggled when he was on injury. He's back in the lineup. They're back to scoring goals. Looked really good against Arsenal. I mean, there was 0-0. They sub him in. They get a goal like 4 or 5 minutes later. I mean, he's a really good player. You add him, obviously with their three-headed monster that they've got up on cross attack. And yeah, Liverpool could be back, and they could be back at the right time. They're going to be full of confidence. They're back in the top 4 race. With the weekend results that happened in the Premier League, they're right back into that top 4 race. They've always been strong in Champions League. They handed Leipzig really, really easily over the course of 2 legs. So like Liverpool on the draw, no bet. We'll see if that game happens. I'm going to be completely shocked if that game happens. The other game we've got here is Manchester City versus Dortmund. I've gone ahead and left this. I have not gone ahead at this time and gotten in a bet for this game. The most enticing bet is probably both teams to score. You can get that right now at minus 102 at FanDuel. Maybe I'm not betting that City's giving up a goal. I'm not doing it. I was one of the rare people that thought they were going to get a clean sheet this weekend against Leicester. I didn't have enough confidence to bet it, but obviously I predicted it on the NBC Sports Predictor app. I didn't see Leicester getting a goal. That's exactly what happened. I don't know. I mean, both teams, I obviously know Dortmund is significantly better than Leicester. You don't have to sit there and tell me that. But it feels like at minus 102, like that is such a good return on your money. You know what it feels like? You know what both teams will score feels like in this game? It feels like Gonzaga plus 4.5. Yeah, that's what the fuck it feels like. It feels like Gonzaga plus 4.5 where I get screwed because it's like, oh yeah, Dortmund get a goal. And then City does what they do, and they hold a clean sheet, and that bet goes down just like Gonzaga plus 4.5 went down. So I've gone ahead and left it. Think City will win the game. I think City will win the game. That's the bet. That's the bet in this game. If you're looking at anything, it's both teams to score, and it's whether it's yes or no. I think you could do over 2.5, but that's what you got to do to get any kind of return on your money. You can't do over 1.5. You can't do Manchester City and over 1.5. You can't do that parlay. I guess you could do City and under 4.5, but again, I've learned not to cap City, and City could easily get 3 goals, and Dortmund could get 2 goals or something. I don't know. I've just completely left that game. Absolutely left it. If you guys go ahead and bet it, and you guys go ahead and have the confidence and bet both teams will score, and I think cashes, in the first half, won't be surprised and won't be mad at you. But yeah, I'm not getting screwed when City goes ahead and holds a clean sheet like they tend to do. I'm not going to get screwed there. All right, I've got some baseball bets, and I've got more than 2 or 3, and I know we've been taking it slow, but this is what happened yesterday. I got a sheet of paper right here where I write down all my bets. I've been writing them down every day, and then I've decided on 2 or 3 baseball bets, and then those are the ones I've been giving out, and betting. I've not been betting the other ones. Yesterday we went 0-3 on the show. I went 4-0 on all the other bets I would have made. So, like I said, baseball is by far my better sport. You're betting it in these first, I would say, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, you are gambling. You are gambling. There are no stats hardly to go off of. You're going off last year's numbers, and just like that White Sox pitchers, we don't know if that was a one-off or maybe he's improved. So, yeah, you're trying to make current season predictions off of last season's numbers, which, doesn't mean it carries over in this season. It's tough. If you're betting baseball right now, you are gambling. But you know what? Baseball is by far my best sport. I know it better than any other sport. So I've got more bets. If you guys only want to stick to 2 to 3 to kind of limit your exposure and limit maybe your risk, I totally get it. But I'm gonna go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. I'm rolling out all 7 of these suckers. I'm going to go ahead and do it. All 7 of these I absolutely love. The first one is the Twins Tigers. I'm going Twins over their team total, over 4.5 at minus 130 over at DraftKings. Look, they're going up against Casey Mize in 2020 versus the Twins. He went 4.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, 2 homers. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 homer. The Twins scored 15 runs yesterday. We knew this offense was going to be good, just like it was last year. It certainly seems like it's going to be a good offense against this year. And so far, the Tigers' bullpen is absolutely a stinker. They rank 26th in opponent's batting average and 27th in WHIP. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Twins over their team total. You can also get the money line at minus 139, but I thought the better, obviously, odds is minus 130, and I think the Twins will get 5 runs. If they win this game, I think they'll go ahead and just get 5 runs. I mean, this Mize kid is not very good. And then once he hands over that bullpen, it's not good in that bullpen either. So go ahead and give me Twins over that team total over 4.5. Next one I'm going to do here is Astros and Rangers. Astros team total over 4.5 at minus 106 over at DraftKings. I know Steven particularly likes this bet. He hit me up on Twitter yesterday saying that he was going to ride this bet, and he spot on today. I only bet things in good spots. This is certainly a good spot. Astros going up against Canning there. Canning versus the Astros in 2020 and 2019. He's had 2 clunkers and 1 good start. His 1 good start was 6 innings pitched, only gave up 1 run on 6 hits. But then he had 2 clunkers, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 homer, 1.1 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs, 6 walks. The Astros have scored 6+ in all of their games so far this season. And the Angels' bullpen's about average. They rank 15th in WHIP, 17th in his opponent's batting average. Again, guys, it's early. I mean, the data here is, you're talking what? We're making predictions off 4, 5 games? That's tough. So I understand if you guys don't want to make all 7 of these bets, but yeah, Astros have been hot. They've had the hot bats. They've got a great matchup here going up against a starter and a bullpen. I think they'll scrape out at least another 5 more runs, and at minus 106, the value is just too good to stay away. The next matchup we're going to look at here is the Orioles and the Yankees. I've got 2 bets from this game. The Yankees, it's called Race to 5 runs. So basically who's going to score 5 runs. They have better values over at FanDuel at plus 110. So I've made it over at FanDuel. Yankees to score 5 runs at plus 110, or be the first team to score 5 runs. And then I've also, over at PointsBet, done Cole as the winning pitcher. You can, of course, do minus 1.5. You're comfortable with that. But my thinking is if the Yankees win by 2 or more runs, Cole's probably going to be the winning pitcher. I mean, it could be late in the bullpen, but more than likely, if they win by 2 runs, Cole's just going to be the winning pitcher. So give me Cole, the winning pitcher, at minus 130 over PointsBet. The Orioles are pitching Dean Kremer in 2020 versus the Yankees. He's new. He only pitched last year the first time. His first outing was pretty good. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run. But then he came back and got 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. So the Yankees struggled the first time in looking at him. Obviously improved greatly that second time. Now this is their 3rd time. Expect the Yankees to take another big step and really be able to mash this kid and mash that Orioles bullpen like they did yesterday. So, yeah, I like the Yankees to get to 5 runs first and like Cole to be the winning pitcher from that game. The next one we're going to do here is we're going to do the White Sox money line. Look, Giolito versus Paxton. White Sox money line at minus 133 over at PointsBet. I mean, Giolito will be in the Cy Young candidate all season long, just like he was last year. Giolito is elite American League, or not American League. I mean, he's an elite pitcher in Major League Baseball. He's going up against Paxton. I think Paxton will be better. I think Paxton is one of those typical players, whether it's a position player or a pitcher, that went to New York and just didn't have it. Just couldn't shine under the bright lights, whether that's the fans or the media. He just didn't have it. I think Paxton will be better. But he's not Giolito better. He doesn't have Giolito's stuff, and nor does he have Giolito's offense backing him up. That's the White Sox. So give me White Sox money line at minus 133. And then we're going to go ahead and do 2 prop bets. We're going to do 2 no-runner first innings. We're going to go ahead and do Cardinals-Marlins. No-run in the first inning at minus 114 over DraftKings. Alcantara there for the Marlins. I believe he can shut down the Cardinals. He's got really good stuff and already had 1 good outing so far in 2021. And then John Grant for the Cardinals. He's a little bit of an unknown, but you're banking on a really bad Marlins offense. That's what you're hoping on. We don't really know much about Grant, but we do know that the Marlins offense so far has been pretty weak and pretty poor. So believe Alcantara can shut down the Cardinals. Let's hope Grant can shut down the Marlins for at least the first inning. So we'll take no runs in the first inning. Cardinals-Marlins at minus 114. Then we'll do the same bet over there at Rays Red Sox. No run in the first inning, -117 over at DraftKings. Look, Glasnow's a top pitcher in baseball. He could surely shut down any team. He can definitely shut down this Red Sox. So, yeah, you have no problem backing Glasnow to shut down the Red Sox. And then for Perez there, you're just hoping good Perez shows up. Perez is up and down, but what you're getting on his side is a really bad Rays offense, generally speaking. This Rays offense isn't that good. No, they had a good outing yesterday, but yeah, large in part, this is not a good Rays offense. So let's just hope Perez can have himself a good first inning. Compare that with the Glasnow good first inning, and we'll take no runs in the first inning and Rays and the Red Sox. All right, guys, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do those 2 soccer bets. I'm going to do those 7 MLB bets. Again, guys, if you want to maybe find 2 or 3 of those bets that you absolutely love, I love the Twins team total there. I love the Yankees. I love Cole to be the winning pitcher. And I also love the Rays and I love the Cardinals and the Marlins, no run the first. If you wanted to do 3, I would do Cardinals, Marlins, no run, Cole winning pitcher, and Twins team total. But again, I also hate doing that, because then those are the 3 that go 1 and 2, and then all the other ones cash. So I'm feeling comfortable with all 7. I'm rolling out all 7. I love that White Sox money line. I love all those bets, guys. You decide which of those you want to tail. Hit a like button if you're going to tail any of them, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's show. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.